All right, looks like we're live. Well, welcome to the Autonomous Developer Sync for August 25th, 2025. Today we have kind of a small call and a short agenda, so it's likely going to be a bit shorter than normal. It is the end of summer, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, and many people are on vacation, so yeah, but why don't we go ahead and just dive in. So I know I'm looking in comments here. We don't have the question yet, but I'll answer it. I know that it's a big week ahead here, and yes, for any who have the question, there is a token listing coming. So token listings coming this week. I'll let it. I know Emil has a bullet point, I think, on this as well. So Emil, you want to jump in with community updates?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey everyone. Yeah, as Jeremy pointed out, of course, the main hot topic for the community this week is the CAX listings. As the Subspace Foundation announced last week, the listings will happen this Wednesday. The token trading will start this Wednesday. But of course, all of the announcements for the will first come from the listing themselves. So please be on the lookout for this. And then, of course, once the exchange is posted them, we'll also kind of forward them and announce it within our communities. Kind of adjacent to that, last week Subspace Foundation also announced Guardians of Growth Staking Incentives program. And the reason behind the program is that because at mainnet kind of domains launch, organic fees are low. So the foundation is seeding the network with additional staking rewards to ensure the security and decentralization from day one. I won't go any further details about that, but we will link the forum post with the detailed description on the Guardians of Growth Staking Incentive Program in this video description. While I have the stage, I want to highlight a few developer guides that were recently added to the Developer Hub. First one is the guide on the AutoDAG data. And basically that package is something that AutoDrive package has been using kind of under the hood for storing the files on the Autonomys DSN. And initially we weren't even kind of wanted to put it out almost like, because we wanted everyone to use the AutoDrive. But now we're realizing that there is we're getting demands from people and ask saying, hey, how do we store files on the Autonomys DSN without the AutoDrive API key? And this guide is exactly that. So this guide allows you to kind of learn more about the AutoDAG data SDK package, and it will allow you to connect the wallet and pay for the storage fees on the Autonomys DSN without using the AutoDrive API limiting. So if you are curious in that, this guide is also available on Developer Hub now, and we will link it in the video description. Kind of another demand that we've been seeing recently is that a lot of people, they are querying a lot of on-chain data from chain, and they found that the some of the queries that are pre-built on the consensus package are not enough for them. So now we have the dedicated guide on using the Polkadot API in order to fetch the data from chain, all available on Developer Hub. That being said, we know that the auto consensus package provides much better usage experience in terms of fetching the data. So if we see that there is a demand for a specific kind of data from chain, if we see that people are kind of writing the same queries or using the same queries in the Polkadot API, we'll of course migrate them over to the consensus package to make sure that developers are getting the best user experience. But yeah, at the moment, the guide is also available for you if you want to kind of give it a try and test it out. And as a reminder, as we are retiring Taurus, and something that we've announced probably a month ago on a developer sync, the AutoDrive on Taurus will also be retired. So make sure that if you're using the AutoDrive on Taurus, make sure to migrate your files over to mainnet before September 12th. So on September 12th, we'll be fully shutting down AutoDrive on the Taurus network. And of course, if you are building something interesting, we're ready to support your project. There is a button in the interface to request more credits. So if you find that you don't have enough credits for the AutoDrive mainnet, feel free to request tokens. I think we're usually handling all the requests pretty quickly and responding to them. So yeah, this function, this button is also available for you on the AutoDrive interface. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it from the community side. So back to you, Jeremy.
All right, thank you, Emil. Kind of related to Taurus deprecation, we've got some updates from the protocol side on the new testnet, along with some other updates. Ved, you want to catch us up?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. So as Emil mentioned that we are deprecating Taurus, so we would want a new testnet up and running, Kronos. Testnet is launched, but again, it is still bare bones. We are preparing it for a release pretty soon. So there are a few more things that we need to do before we hand it off to the network for the Kronos testnet to continue. Few more, I think maybe a week or maybe less than that. I think Jeremy will have a more better timeline for that, and we'll be ready for a Kronos launch. Apart from that, on the protocol side, mostly on the farming side, we did make some improvements, especially when it comes to this piece cache. There was a bit of a performance degradation when piece cache is being retrieved. We found the issue, and TR, one of our developers, was able to fix it, and will be coming. That patch will be coming in the next release. This should significantly improve the piece cache retrieval on the farming side. And yeah, that's mostly on it. And yeah, that's pretty much on the protocol side. Like, I think I'll give it back to Jeremy.
Yeah, and with Kronos, I believe we will. We've been preparing for token launch. We've got some other things we're working on as well, but the kind of steps that need to happen for Kronos to become fully public, where anyone can farm it and join the network, and including launching the auto EVM domain, should hopefully be done by end of week. If not end of week this week, early next week. So there's just quite a few steps involved. What is that background noise that's popping? Is that you, Ved? Do you hear that, Emil?
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. No.
All right. Great. So moving on, AutoDrive. Biggest thing there is we have a new look. Go check it out. And as part of that new look, there is now a public file explorer. So before, if you wanted to see kind of what we call the global feed, you had to have an AutoDrive account on AA3.storage. Now you can, anybody can just go in and view the global feed of files that are being uploaded to AutoDrive. So the portal staking, this continues to progress. We should have official public testing soon. I know some of you have already been testing this out based on the Versal link in the repo, and that's fine. Just understand it is under active development and may not be a perfect experience yet. Once we have Kronos up, we'll kind of do an official testing round that's more public testing. That's where we'll hopefully work out all the kinks. In addition to what we have now, which is just an RPC-driven staking experience, which doesn't have really rich data like APY and ability to see all the nominators, those kind of things. We will be integrating the staking indexer here over the next couple of weeks to give richer operator detail as well. And hopefully we'll have kind of an official launch of that for mainnet sometime in the next 2 to 4 weeks. And finally, Astral. We have had Astral, I think, live now for almost 3 years. It was one of the first things when I joined. It was kind of launching with Gemini 3, one of the Gemini 3s. But it is going to be coming to an end. So with the deprecation of Taurus, we'll actually also be deprecating Astral. We'll be moving over to Subscan. So you've had the ability to use Subscan for mainnet. It actually is, Subscan is live now for Kronos as well. We'll be having an official announcement around that probably next week. But kind of an end of an era, but I think lead to kind of overall improved user experience. You'll notice we had already started kind of moving the things that were unique, that weren't necessarily Block Explorer focused, from Astral. We've been extracting those things like staking. XDM will also live out, obviously live outside of Astral, and File Explorer. So that public File Explorer moving to AutoDrive is kind of the last piece of Astral that won't be covered by Subscan. So that is it for kind of going over this week. I said earlier, with a lot of vacations, kind of a shorter agenda this week, smaller call. So I moved through it pretty quick. Is there anything else, Emil or Ved, we should add?
We do have one question from Vexer. Maybe we can respond to it.
Okay. I see. So no longer download meter on the latest AutoDrive refresh. There are still limits imposed. So the refresh kind of went out, on Friday afternoon. I'll be looking. I will actually look into this to see what happened to the download meter. So
I think I can speak to it just a little bit.
Okay.
So there is still a limit, and yeah. So basically, because we've reshaped the AutoDrive a little bit, unless like when you're signing in, you don't see the limit. So you can see you see the File Explorer, but you don't see any limits. But once you log in, that's when you start seeing the limits in the same interface. So I just checked it, and kind of as soon as you log in, you do see the credits.
I see. Okay, so I'm also checking. Yep, you do. So it's just a matter of kind of giving a tease of what the signed-in interface looks like before actually signing in and giving you the ability to explore. So those aren't there, but yeah, once you sign in, the metering is still there. So, all right. Well, I guess if there's no more questions, nothing else to discuss, we will go ahead and sign off early here. So as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Comment down below and let us know what you thought of today's topics. And of course, keep building with Autonomys. Thanks.